we go. Let me make sure that worked. Yep, it looks like it's recording. Can everyone hear me okay? Good. Okay, perfect. Welcome to tonight's team huddle. I'm super excited, you guys, for our guest speaker tonight and all the goodies that she has to share with us. I want to give you guys a huge shout out. Our team has just been on fire, our teams, I should say, the last couple months since conference and just running hard toward those bonuses and teaching duplication to your teams. And so we're super proud of you and we're super excited for what's to come this month. It's exciting. It's the last month for our live free bonuses. So it's time to hustle, no excuses. I was just looking at it and I believe it's 27 days left in the month. So take these 27 days seriously, work hard, and you will hit your goals. So first, before we get started, I just want everyone to drop what their month end goal is in the comments. What's your month end goal? Shout it out. I want to cheer you guys all on toward it. And I'm excited. Oh yeah, some huge goals. Diamond, Ruby, 4 PMs, 2 DTs, Ruby, first rank up. Awesome. Lots of great ones. Okay, so now Emerald and Diamond. Double promoting Wendy. Awesome. Ruby. Yes, you guys. Okay, I am super pumped and excited for each and every one of you. Now, it's exciting to speak out the promotions that you're going to earn or the re-ranks that you're going to earn. But the reality is, what are you going to do to get there? So I want you to drop two things that you're going to do this month. Obviously, you're going to do many if you're working toward these huge goals. But what are two main things that you're going to do this month to hit that month end goal that you have, that promotion, that re-rank, that number of perks members, DTs? Go ahead and tell me what that will be. And for those of you, I look like I see a few from unfamiliar faces on here. So just if you're wondering who I am, my name is Stacy Lease. I'm an ambassador diamond leader with the company. I've been with It Works. It'll be 11 years next month. And I'm just super passionate about helping others succeed with this business because I'm super passionate about what we have to offer. So awesome. Okay. I love that. So here are some of the things that others say that you guys are saying you're going to do to hit these ranks and re-ranks. My computer's going kind of slow. Just a second. Okay, so lots of haps, reels, yes, DT messages, more haps, posting a live video daily. I love it. Haps, reels, training new DTs, creating that duplication, getting up those 5 haps every single day and really push it to 10 if you can, because that's what's going to really help you to hit those goals is non-negotiable 10 haps a day, and you can hit those promotions and maintain them. So hap, stay consistent with your follow-up and posting, messaging more friends. You guys have got it. So those are a few of the main things you're going to do. It's about having new conversations every single day. You're never just depending on the previous conversations you've had. You are always sparking up new conversations with people, whether that's from your posts, your reels, your live videos, your messages, your haps. Okay. So awesome. It sounds like you guys have the goal. Sounds like you have some strategies. So now, without further ado, I'm going to introduce our amazing top double diamond, leader. And not only is she double diamond, but she's also ranked her husband's account to double diamond. She is a consistent distributor and PM enroller every single month. She's a rock star. She leads from the front. She creates duplication on her team, fire and momentum. And I am super excited to introduce double diamond Jessica Cooke to share with us tonight. So Jessica, thank you so much for being on and being our special guest tonight. And I'm just going to start us off. What, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your journey with It Works over, I mean, you've been with us several years as well. That would be great.
I think I was frozen there for a second. I had to refresh my screen. Everyone was frozen.
Okay, I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. Let me see. Let me make sure that that's.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, you know why I'm not hearing you and why I was having an issue before is because I was muted on my volume on the computer. So I don't know if that recorded that other part. But anyways, okay, Jess, go
All right, you guys. I'm excited to share, and I try to like really think about to give you guys value, to give you guys like fire, and keep it really raw and real, especially for this promotion because I have been in the business for 9 years, and I actually said no to this business for 3 months. My girlfriend asked me and asked me and asked me, you guys, so always be persistent. She was just like really encouraging and persistent. And then I had my baby, and my daughter was 5 days old when I decided to get started. Yeah, my husband, like Stacey said, my husband is double. I'm actually underneath him. He said yes first because I was too nervous to start, and my girlfriend was like, if she doesn't want to make money, I'll do it. And he signed up, and he signed a couple customers, and I was like, dang, if he can do it, I can. And I enrolled underneath him. And then he stopped doing the business, and I work both of our accounts now. But regardless, that's what it took for me to find courage to start taking steps. And you guys, I was slow. I was really, really slow. For any newbies who are on here, just know you don't have to be a pro. I did not have social media at all when I started. I remember I asked my girlfriend, I was like, hey, how do I do like my profile picture? And she was like, oh my gosh. So just know that you are capable of accomplishing any goal. And you guys, I want to talk about the raw part first before we get into Stacey's going to ask me some questions. I was slow, you guys. I would post one day and then I wouldn't post for 2 days, 3 days. And then I would post one day and then I would add a couple people here and there. And I was just so inconsistent with my business. I would keep myself busy. I would interact. I would send happy birthday messages and I would feel like I was doing things, but I wasn't doing the right productive things. I would send my one distributor message just so I could check it off our team's task list. So it looked like I was like doing them without being embarrassed that I wasn't giving it effort. And I wasn't even thinking about not giving it an effort. I was just doing the bare minimum because it was easier for me at the time. I was a brand new mom, give me a little grace, but at the same time, I was so nervous to take steps in my business that was going to give me the growth that I needed. And sometimes that's what we need to hear is like we need to look and see what we're doing or what we're not doing. And you guys, and it wasn't until 5 months into my business and my daughter said her first word and my husband worked in camp and I had to tell him over the phone and then I hung up and I cried and I was like, Jessica, like, what are you doing? Like, if you applied yourself, you could actually make enough income to bring him home so that you guys could be a family. Like, it's the whole reason that you started and you're just like not even taking advantage of it. And it's like in your hands. So I made the decision, which is one of the big parts, especially with this bonus and this business in general, is that you have to decide to commit. So you guys, I committed that month. I signed my first distributor. I got dozens of, well, we had fast start bonuses back 9 years ago, but match-up bonuses is what we called now. And that's what I started with. And then I took him and me, Ruby, within 4 months. And he left his job. He left his job 4 months after that, and he never had to go back. We had our second daughter shortly after. And like the decision to make that change is one of the big things. And when I made that decision, okay, drop a 2 in the comments if you don't do personal or self-development on the daily. When I first started, I was like an introvert. I did not feel confident. I did not want to post photos. I was sweating sending messages. It would give me anxiety. So I was like, what can I do to like grow my confidence and my skill so that I can know more so what I'm doing? So I'm going to mention a couple of book recommendations. If you guys, I promise if you're not doing self-development, that alone can be the gap that closes for you to reach your goal. So one of the big ones is The Power of One More by Ed Milet. I always recommend that to my newbies. The Gap and the Gain is really good for mental if you're struggling with the negative thoughts all the time. The Gap and the Gain was just a really good eye-opener for me. Miracle Morning. I'm going to talk more about like routines and stuff after this. Miracle Morning was one of the best books that I started with. High Performance Habits, Learning to Habit Stack, the 5 a.m. Club, and then Developing the Leader Within. So if you guys are wanting to go for those bonuses this month, you have to develop your leadership skill. It was something I was so lacking. I didn't know how to lead myself. I didn't know how to lead a team. So Developing the Leader Within by John Maxwell is a really great spot if you struggle with leadership or you're not feeling confident. leading a team and growing a team and those kinds of things. So that is kind of a little bit of how I started my momentum in my business.
Hey, sorry, Jess. I was just typing out the books there in the comments. So I'm going to do that while you are answering the next question. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think we often just get into our routine of doing the things and we forget how important it is to be developing our mindset and growing ourselves each and every day. That way, when we do encounter the hard things, the obstacles, we know how to push through them. I mean, that's just one example of the blessing of self-development and personal development. So I love that you shared that. So now, how can you or share how you are personally starting your month off strong and with your team and how you are creating that momentum all month long? Because I know you are.
Yeah, and in the beginning of my business, I didn't know how to create momentum, you guys. So I'm a green personality. I'm going to give you like the facts. If you're like, tell me what to do, and I will kind of like, I'll do it. You guys, first and foremost, you have to start with your chart. What you have to know your goal. And I love how everyone was like ruby, emerald, diamond. So you have to know, okay, I want to go for, I'll just say ruby. There's a couple rubies in the chat. Okay, you want ruby, how many distributors do you need and how much volume do you need? And I used to set my goals for the end of the month, as long as I achieve that by month end, and then I would slowly work at it. But you guys really have to break it down into weekly goals and daily goals. Like if I'm going to break it down really quick, I wrote it down, 1 second. So you guys start with your chart, you take responsibility that you are fully responsible for that rank. And then I think of it like some people are like, oh my God, it's so far away. I remember looking at a Ruby chart and being like, I feel overwhelmed. This is a lot. This is a lot for me. But then you guys also, someone said, who was it? They were like, think of it like a game. I think it was Courtney Bowman. When she's going for host to post, she's like, I think of it like a game. Like, how many messages is it going to take for me to get up my host to post? And when you switch it into like, oh, okay, this is like fun, then it's not like, I don't feel motivated to like do the things, but you're like, this is a game. Let's send messages. Okay. So Ruby is 25 30-day drops. Okay. 25 30-day drops, group 2000 in group volume. That means that if you break it down into a daily goal, it's 1 30-day drop a day. That is so much more doable than 25 customers. Because I know when I first started, I sure was not signing 25 customers. But then I was like, okay, if I can sign 1 customer a day, what does that look like? Just like Stacey said at the beginning of this, 10 host to posts up a day about products, you will sign a customer. You will sign a customer. That's just the number. So really reflect and look back. Last month, how many host to posts did you get up all month long? Did you get up 30 host to posts in the entire month? That's only 1 a day. And then thinking, okay, I need to 10x my efforts and push to get up 10 host to posts a day. If I was going to say, if anything for your business this month, do just host to post. Honestly, it's going to grow your network. It's going to get you your customers. And then I offer anyone who posts for me the business opportunity. And I tell my team, 10 distributor messages a day. If you're getting up 10 haps a day, that's 10 distributor messages a day. In 10 days, you will sign 1 to 3 distributors. Just from doing this business for 9 years, I know that once I send 100 messages, I will sign a distributor, if not more than 1. So 100 distributor messages is a lot. But then when you can do 10 a day, it's manageable. Like, it's so manageable. So know your numbers and set your daily goals. Okay, 10 haps a day gives me the distributor messages. It grows my network. It gets me the customer. And I will just do that every day. And I will reach my goal. So imagine if you were doing that and then you were going Ruby, but then your distributor did the same thing that you were doing and they went Ruby. And another person went Ruby, you can hit Emerald this month. If you've got team members, like, everyone should all go Ruby. So, you guys, that's essentially what I do. Once I've got my chart and my goals and what customers I need, or what volume that I need to achieve myself, then I'm like, okay, I know what my goals are. Now, what are my team's goals? So at the beginning of the month, it's time consuming and I've got a larger team, but I literally go through and I message everybody and I try to set up one-on-one calls with each person. And then we go over, okay, what was your last month? What did it look like? If they're new, it's a little bit different, but normally, is there anything you were stuck with? anything that you have questions about. Okay, what is your goal for this month? How much income do you want to make? Do you want to go for that ruby bonus, or do you want to go for the emerald or the diamond bonus? So talking with them, and then once they do, like you got the ruby roadmap. I don't know if you guys have it or not. I'll show you a picture what it looks like. I got it from a different leader, but this is what I go over with my distributors, because I'm a visual person. So if I can like see it and I can teach it and show it, it looks like this. So it's got the 25, 30-day drops, and then you as a distributor and them as a distributor. So I'm like, okay, you need 3 distributors. And I go over 10 hosts to post a day, 10 distributor messages a day, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So as long as they know that goal, you guys, that's what I try to go over in their schedule. Like, what time works for you? This is going to take commitment. Like, it's going to take at least an hour a day to 2 hours a day to squeeze it in. Like, the miracle morning is a good one, because I recommend getting up early and like doing your business first always, because the days get away from us. And then I used to say in the beginning of my business, oh, today was such a long, stressful day. Like, I have so much going on. I'll do it tomorrow. Then the next day would come. Oh my gosh, we had to move. Something happened with the kids. No, I'll do it tomorrow. And that's why I would put up a post one day and not post for 3 days, is because I gave myself reasons not to work my business instead of prioritizing my business first thing in the morning, getting it done. And then I was like, my business is done. Okay, what are we going to do today? You know? You guys, I check in as distributors. If you're on my team, I check in with my distributors daily. Okay. I used to just do my own thing, and they knew that there was tasks and they knew what they were doing. You got to check in with them every day. So I've got my little list. I've got my DT impact list. All the distributors that are on my team who are working are on a checklist, and I want to impact them. So every day I go through, and I've done my tasks, and now I'm checking in with my team. So I go to their page, I like or I comment on their posts. Who's not posting? You know, what can we improve on a post or a story or something like that if they're new, depending on where they're at in your organization. Messaging them, hey, do you need help with anything? How did it go with your conversation yesterday? Oh, you're training your new distributor. How's she doing? Do you guys need help with anything? Like, just being in their inbox and knowing they've got a ton of support. Like, the tasks are there, but people don't necessarily do the tasks unless you're kind of on them about it a little bit. You don't have to be a drill sergeant and be like, hey, did you get your tasks done today? But go in and say, hey, how's it going over there? Like, do you need help with anything? Communication is key. They're your business partner. All the kinds of things. So yeah, you guys, it's not, I used to think like, I used to be like, oh, I don't know how to like lead them. They kind of know what they're doing. I don't want to bug them. Bug them. You are responsible for helping them achieve their goals. Some people might not respond back to you because they're nervous to reach their own goals. But still knowing that you're there, you're watching, you're supporting them. And then obviously the ones that do want it will respond back, you know, that particular day or whatever the case may be. And then you're working together and it feels good. So that's how I lead my team. I hope that answered the question. Yes.
I love that so much, especially the starting off in the morning and getting it done so then you can focus on your day and what you have going on. Because even though we can put this or work this business into the pockets of our day, sometimes it can be stressful when we do it that way. So just to get up that few hours earlier and really knock out things and then have those potentials in the evening that you can follow up with or the next morning. I love that. Okay, Jessica. So how do you consistently hit your goals each month by consistently enrolling new team members and perks members? Share a little bit about that with us.
Yeah. So again, you guys, I wake up early. I used to hate waking up early, and I was a night owl. But then once you're mom, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times I fell asleep with my phone in my hand trying to complete my tasks. So I was like, you know what? I got to get up early and I got to get it done right away. And I hated setting my alarm just an hour earlier. And then now I get up 2 hours earlier because I'm like, I'm more in a dine and above leadership position, it takes me longer to get certain things done, admin stuff and work stuff at the same time. But I try to get my tasks done first, and I do the thing that I hate doing the most first. And my team knows when on our power hour, we rip off the Band-Aid and we send host to post messages, because it can suck. It can really, really suck. We do our host to post messages, and then we do distributor messages. And that's kind of how I start my day. And my team, we have a power hour, so people who want to come can hop on. And I make sure to get my messaging done first. The most important thing you can do for your business, you guys, I used to think, I'll do the easy things first. I'll do the happy birthdays. I'll do the interacting, like the posting, and all that's great. But do the hard things first. And I promise it's going to make such a difference in your business. Secondly, you guys, is for enrolling, it really just takes messaging and being consistent, or being organized, especially for this promotion. When we have promotions, especially like we did last month, it was like distributor promotion, free product promotion, another free product promotion. I was like, oh my goodness. So like, if you're doing your host to post, you're writing your potentials down. Always write your potentials down. And then I don't know, Tara Heinzler, I think she was someone who told me to label all of my conversations. So like anytime that I'm talking to a potential, next day I go follow up, I click and hold, or I go into their name and I label them. And so I do that with my conversations, and then it's so easy to be organized at the end of the month. Just keep in mind, you guys, your team does 50% of what you're doing. So if you're only enrolling a 4 and a friend a month, your team is only going to be enrolling 2 customers, probably no distributors every month. So if you want more growth, you do have to push yourself a little bit. You have to stretch yourself if you want to get to that next level. A 4 and a friend isn't the same effort as a Ruby paycheck. And that's why you get paid more, is because you have to do more. So your team's going to do 50% of what you're doing. Are you getting up the haps? Are you getting up the posts? Are you sending the distributor messages? Are you signing? And then you just know by reflecting. Again, I always self-reflect, and I'm like, oh, dang. Like, I'll just use an example of a girl on my team. She was like, I'm not signing any distributors. I don't know what's wrong. And I was like, how many distributor messages have you sent this week? And she was like, not that many. I don't know. She didn't know her number. I was like, okay, well, you got to set yourself like a task list, and you got to try to hit those goals every day. So that's how I enroll, you guys. That's how I teach, try to, teach my team, is me doing it, me showing it, and then being able to follow along with it. And then for my team, one of the things that I didn't do for a really long time was I have their tracker. I have their Ruby tracker now. So I go in, and when they sign a customer, I'm like, okay, sweet. Like 2 more customers to go until you get your perks member bonus. Let's do it by Friday. Or if they get their 4 customers, and I'm like, okay, let's get your 1 distributor. We're going to send 10 distributor messages, every day, or 20 distributor messages a day until Friday. And then we're going to do a big follow-up, and you're going to sign one. So just more so me also tracking their progress and encouraging them, letting them know you're only 50 volume away from getting that, that 400 box closed out, or whatever the case may be. And I shout them out in my team page now. I'm like, oh my gosh, so-and-so, you're only X amount away from, I do prizes with my team too. So like if they reach the 400 club, they get a team shirt. So I'm like, Sarah, you're 150 volume away from your shirt. Like, let's go. So trying to amp up my team really does create that extra momentum as well.
I love that so much. And just really being in tune with what's going on with your team. Sometimes you can get so hyper focused on what you're doing in the business that you're just like, okay, team, run with me. But to go and actually take that extra effort to tell them how close they are, and to cheer them on, and to celebrate those small victories, which then turn into big wins. I love that, Jess. Okay. So you are like an inspiration when it comes to getting those Perks member add-on orders, Perks member retention, following up whenever we have a promo where they get a free product or an additional 20% off. You are getting tons and tons of current customer orders. So I want you to share what maybe like how you're doing it, and then how you keep yourself organized to reach out to your current Perks members. Because I know like some things that we still don't have, we don't have in the app anymore, are reaching out to Perks members the way that we used to, where we could send messages through the app, things like that. So what are you doing and what's working for you when it comes to that customer retention that then helps with your maintenance and growth each month to hit next levels?
Yeah, for sure. So like I said, you guys, I'm green. So I'm organized. And I think it just comes down to, if you're a business owner, you have to have some kind of system. And feel free to let me know, but I'll just show you guys really quick. There's two ways that I stay organized with my customers. When I sign someone right on the spot, say I sign somebody today, I go and
I think you're freezing and breaking up a little bit, Jess. I didn't know if
I
it was
did.
just me, but maybe
I did.
like back. Oh, okay.
Where did I cut out there?
I was actually wondering if I was the only one that it was breaking up for. So probably 20 seconds ago.
Um, okay, so I'll just start. If I sign a customer right now, I set an alarm for a week from now. And then and that's just like a one-time alarm in my Google Calendar. And then I check in to make sure my customer's product has arrived. So I always check in with my customers. You guys, your customers will order over and over and over if you take care of them. Like a lot of, when I first started, I didn't realize that my customer retention sucked. I would sign someone because I was like, yes, another customer, I get my Perks member bonus. Like I wanted the short-term money. When I wasn't thinking, if I'm helping this customer reach their goal and I'm giving them the customer support, they will order over and over and over. They will refer people to me. They will become distributors on my team. You want to make sure you're taking care of your customers. So I check in at the 1 week mark and I say, hey, has your product had a chance to arrive yet? And if they say no, I say, that's okay. Let me know if you want me to go into your account. I can always check your tracking. So when it comes, normally their product has come within a week. And then I say, perfect. And I give them the instructions on how to take it. And then I set another alarm for a week before their subscription is going to run. 5 days before their subscription runs, It sends them a notification. Your order is about to process. I want to beat that notification. So I set it for a week before their subscription. And I'm checking in with them. Hey, how are you? I know that it's only been a couple weeks. How are you loving your results so far? More energy, looser clothing, less bloating. How is it going? And regardless if they say good or bad, if they're like, oh yeah, results are going great, couple inches lost, et cetera, I say, okay, awesome. I'm so excited for you. And I always share their testimony, by the way. I asked them if I could share their testimony in my stories, whatever. And I have a portfolio. So if you haven't started doing that, that's a little side tip. But if they say, oh, I haven't really had that much of progress, I thought. So if they say it's going great, I say, okay, awesome. Are you wanting to keep your order the same, or are you wanting to add on a 2-day cleanse or fat burning coffee or a carb blocker? Are you wanting to keep it the same or add anything to maximize your results? And sometimes they'll add extra products on, or they'll say, oh no, I'll keep it the same. If they say, oh, my results aren't as good, I say, okay, are you wanting to keep your order the same, or are you wanting to add on a 2-day cleanse? And normally they'll keep it the same, or they'll add something versus turning it off. And obviously, if they're using more than one product, they're going to get better results. I check in every single month, a week before their subscription. How's it going now? Seeing better results, et cetera, et cetera. And then normally by their second month, they're like, yeah, I'm down. Like after their first month, you guys, it takes time. So usually in their second month is when they're getting good results. Their third month comes, I'm checking in. Their fourth month comes. This is where I'm always so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're getting a free full-size product this month with your subscription. Are you wanting to keep your subscription the same, or are you wanting to do this and earn income? So a lot of, like, if you're taking care of your distributors, you can sign distributors right away. And I typically ask my customers if they want the distributor option before they become customers, but normally once they've seen results, then they're more prone to being open to becoming a distributor. So that's just one tip. And then I always message them for, so I know that Stacy touched on the app. I still use the app, kind of. So when I'm signing my customer and they're all signed up, I give them access to my Fit page. When the first promotion comes up, I still let them know about it. When they're on a subscription, I say, hey, there's a free product for anyone who places this $69 order, blah, 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 whatever the promotion is. And whether or not they say yes or no, then I say, that's okay. Are you wanting me to be on my free product and promo list? And if they say yes, I say, okay, do you want me to text it to you or do you want me to email it to you? So in my It Works Connect app, I have my potential customers saved as contacts in there. Some of them say text, some of them say email. So and here, why isn't it showing me all my phones? Oh no, I have to go down to PM. These are potential customers. Okay, so PM Cheryl, she's got text. These are text ones. So I put a little phone emoji beside them. So those are the ones that want a text message when a promotion comes. So because on Messenger, I get blocked. I've got a lot of customers. When a promo comes, I can't message everyone to tell them all about the sale. So I have to do either a text or an email. So if you haven't started doing that, put your potentials in your It Works Connect app. And then this is what I wanted to show you guys really quickly in boards, because I'm a geek like that. If you're wanting to get organized with your customers, I have like a perks member folder, and one says customer care. So it literally walks through like one day, when their order arrives, there's the cheat sheets for all, like how to take it, that I send it to them. When their second month, when their third month comes, offering them the business if there's a decline. So there's I make sure that my messages are there. I just boop, copy, paste, send. So I take care of my customers that way. And then they always order. Like, you guys, we had that last promotion for the 55% off. And even with the sale, I think I brought in like 1,100 BV in like the 2 days or whatever. And they were ordering like packs and stuff. Like, it was just crazy. Like, you take care of your customers, they love their results. Some of my customers that maybe they haven't ordered in a couple months, and they're like, I'll get 5 30-day drop systems. I'm like, okay. So just saying, take care of your customers.
I love that so much. And it's true because, people begin stressing out each month, like, how am I going to replace volume? Like, how am I going to bring it on? And it's like we forget to take care of our customers so that we have lifelong customers. And if we did that, each month we can grow upon which goal we've already reached and go to the next one and go to the next one instead of continuously having to replace volume all the time instead of just adding and growing. So really taking care of your customers is so important. And so if you don't have a system like Jess mentioned there, you should start developing one. And I think hers is awesome. And if you're in contact, communication, you're always there. Then you're addressing if a concern comes, or letting them know it's like perfectly normal for them not to have huge results the first month, but if they continue to stay consistent, that they're going to see results the second and third month. And then being so excited about the promos that come with the perks member, being a perks member. So I love that so much. And that you have a portfolio, and you're so green. I love your boards because literally your boards have everything. And when it comes to following up with those customers, you even have it there, Jess. So that's awesome. And then yeah, I did notice the contacts. Are you using the It Works app or the old Connect app too, or just the It Works app for the texting?
Just the It Works app. I don't text from within the app, but I save their contact information in the app, so I don't have to go into eSuite because it's just faster. I can just go in there, click on it, and then my phone goes send a message, and I can just send a text or send an email.
Perfect. And that's so important, guys, because for the promos, you're wanting to use Messenger to message all of your new potentials. So you should maybe be texting your current customers so you don't get blocked from messaging, like if you feel like that's an issue that you've been having. So that's awesome. I love it. Okay. So I know what your next goal is, but I want you to share with me what your next goal is and what you're going to do to hit it for your team as a whole to hit that next big goal for your organization and how you're going to do it.
Yes. So you guys, I have been trying to go triple for like 2 years. All right. So if you haven't reached your goal yet, don't stop trying to reach your goal. Last month, I was so flipping close. I was like, this could totally happen. And it didn't. And that's okay. So if last month you were trying to close a 400 friend and you were a customer short, or you were trying to get a 400 box done and it just didn't happen, it's okay. I've had that happen multiple times, but I am going for triple this month. And you guys, the only way that I'm going to hit triple is by me helping the people in my organization. I cannot go triple on my own. Lots of these ranks, like you could get diamond on your own if you hustle hard and you got lots of time, but there's nothing fun in that. When you can help someone else achieve, don't forget executive, you guys. Like last month, we got 4 new executives, and I was like, yeah, like it doesn't matter if you didn't hit Ruby, like executive is still a win. So, 400, like a 4 and a friend is still a win. So celebrate all the little wins on the way. And then, so my goal, you guys, I have it written down on my dream board. I'm actually going for presidential by September is my goal. So like I wrote my goals out to hit every single month a certain amount of volume until September when I go presidential. And triple is actually on my calendar for this month. I tried squeezing it into February because I wanted the bonus, but I'm still on track. And well, this business is a long game. You know, it's a residual income that's going to pay your family over and over and over. So one thing I'm doing differently this month that I regret not doing last month is having a Ruby push chat, because the distributor promotion came at the beginning of the month, and then I was trying to train them and trying to chart, and then it was a customer promotion right away. And I just didn't get myself organized early enough in the month that it was like day 10. I was like, I'm not going to do a Ruby push chat. It's just like too far. And then at the end of the month, I was like, man, I should have done that push chat. So this month I'm like, we're doing it. I'm going to be launching it in the morning. I'm trying to get organized for it the last couple of days. So like do something different that you didn't do last month to push yourself. It's going to take effort, but like maybe it doesn't have to be a Ruby push chat. Maybe it's you and your 2 distributors on your team are all going to go for Ruby this month, and you're going to help them go Ruby, and you're going to go Emerald because of it. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, reflect on what you did last month, you guys. See where your gaps are. It's okay to, I don't think of them as failures. I think of them as learning experiences. You got experience last month on some things that didn't maybe work out, or you need to, now you see you need to do a little bit more of, and now you know what you need to implement a little bit differently to do it.
So good. Yeah. The road to success is not always straight up. We have to go through things to grow, to build character, hit new goals. Yeah, I love it. Okay. So we're gonna wrap this up with my last 2 questions combined in one. What are your favorite trips for growing a long-term successful and sustainable business? And leave us with one thing that has been a game changer for you in being a top leader consistently for the last several years.
So again, you guys, you've got to grow. Like think of this business like it's going to college to get some kind of certificate or degree, you know, and every different level that you go at, you got to learn in order to develop that skill. But good thing is that this business pays you for it while you're doing it, and you don't have to go to school and pay for it. You just have to be a student. So you got to grow yourself. You've got to be able to grow your relationships, and you've got to be able to grow your skill, whether that's hopping on a power hour or doing a Zoom call like this or listening to a self-development book recommendation. I'm going to give a couple more also at the end. So maybe when we post this recording, I can like put a list in there or something. And then one of my kids knocking on my window. Who's outside? Sorry, squirrel for a second. So you guys, I was stuck at Diamond before I reached Diamond, I was stuck there for almost 3 years. And I was like, I just can't, like, I'm trying so hard and I can't freaking get there. So if you've been pushing for Ruby or Emerald or Diamond and you're just like, it's not happening. I had people quitting and rebuild. You guys, I wasn't taking the time to show and train them because I was trying to reach my goals so much that I wasn't taking the time. I think it was Sherry Lynn Alcala that said, do a third of your team, or sorry, a third of your work, a third of your team, and a third of like your normal stuff. And I wasn't even taking a third of the time for my team. So if you didn't tell about what I shared about team, Zig Ziglar said you can get what you want by helping someone else get what they want. And it took me a really long time to realize that. I only had this, I'll show you guys. I only had my chart. I only had mine for the longest time. It was my goals, my team, my everything. Now I have all my team's Ruby charts, and I am helping them achieve their goals. And then these boxes fill themselves by me helping them reach their goal. So last thing I want to, couple self-development, you guys. Built to last is a really good, like, sustaining long-term growth for yourself, for your business. Built to last, go pro, the 10x rule, leadership, level up, how to win friends and influence people. And that was actually one of the first books that I got gifted by an ambassador diamond when I was in the beginning of my business. I'm like, oh, it kind of sounds like win friends and influence people, like I'm trying to coerce someone or something. But it's about communication, okay? It's about how to communicate with people and like have a thriving social good atmosphere, okay? So if you scroll socially, that was a good one. Okay, you guys, my last tip is get up early and get it done. Stop giving yourself excuses. I know that it's hard because we have all of shit of life come at us all the time. We all do, and it can go from one day and it's going to happen again the next day, and it's going to happen again the next day. When you realize that, that's just like, life is hard. So you got to prioritize this to make the change out of the hard. So you guys, one of the main reasons that people don't reach their goal is because they don't have enough discipline to do it when they don't want to do it. You know, I'm tired today. I'm so busy. I don't feel well. You know, my kids are crazy. I'm moving. Like there's always something that we tell ourselves, but you also have to tell yourself, okay, I can do this. I'm disciplined. I can reach my goal. You know, I'm tired, but I'm going to persist through that feeling. It's going to feel good once I've gotten my stuff done. You guys, just prioritize your dreams. This is my last thing. Prioritize your dreams. Never stop fighting for that beautiful future that you started for yourself when you said yes to this business, because we can get lost in it and then we're like, it's not worth it. It is worth it. It's so worth it. You guys, and if it was easy, everybody would do it. But we're the ones that you have to like persist. You have to persist. I think it was Denise Walsh. She was a Black Diamond. She said that if you hit your goal one rank every year, in 8 years, you'll be an ambassador diamond, even if you're going slow. So like, if you don't hit your goal, it's not the end all. If you're executive the first year and you're making a couple $100 a month, and then the second year you're making 500, the third year you're making 1,000, the fourth year you're making 2,000, the fifth year you're making 10,000, your sixth year you're making 15,000, your eighth year you're making $30,000 a month. Would it be worth it to just continue to persist and be disciplined? Absolutely. So that's all I got.
Oh, I love it so much, Jess. So many good tips that you gave us tonight. So many strong ways that you run your business. I'm super proud of you. I know you're going to hit triple this month. I'm really proud of all of you for just taking the time to be on this Zoom and be poured into by Jess. We are in this together. Even though you are running your own personal businesses, we are still here for you as a team and family. So I'm super excited to see what everyone does with the rest of the month. I appreciate you so much, Jess. I hope you guys all have an amazing evening, and I'm going to send this recording to you as soon as it downloads on my computer. Have a great night, everyone. Oh, wait, I got to do a quick video for our, yeah. Here we go. Everyone wave. Awesome, guys. Have a great night.